Welcome to the Mac. Welcome to the Mac.
Everyone, thank you so much for joining us. So, Jake, it sounds like we're headed toward another partial government shutdown on Friday.
It seems inevitable at this point, and what Hakeem Jeffries just said to you, combined with what he's saying in the Capitol to reporters in the hallways, it just seems like there's no deal even close. It's Tuesday. And remember, Katie, if they had a deal right now, what they need to do is get every senator, 100 senators, to agree to speed up the process to pass it before the Friday deadline. Then it has to go to the House, and it has to pass the House. What's interesting to me is Jeffries is taking off the table a short-term extension of DHS funding. He basically says the White House and Republicans are trying to buy time. They're trying to slow walk this, and he doesn't want to play into that. Now, we'll have to see where this ends up. I mean, I could foresee a situation where the Senate Democrats do allow a short term, send it to the House, and then we're in the same position as we were before, where Chuck Schumer's on one page, Hakeem Jeffries is on another. Not helpful for Democrats, but effectively the White House sent back its proposal last night. It's counter to the Jeffries-Schumer proposal, and they were nowhere close. They were nowhere close on judicial warrants, on use of force restrictions, on investigations into allegedly improper uses of force. So, you know, I just want to reiterate here, ICE has enough money to continue operating through the end of Trump's term. It has $75 billion in fresh cash. It has $75 billion in fresh cash. It has $75 billion in fresh cash. This is not going to impact ICE. It's going to impact everything else.
Yeah, but isn't the Democratic position, Jake, a political one here, that their voters,
yeah, absolutely,
that independents out there will say that they've got to do something, they've got to take some sort of stand, and to vote for a DHS funding bill that includes any money at all to ICE or Border Patrol after what we saw in Minneapolis, if they vote to say yes to that, aren't they going to get punished?
Well, me personally believe that, yeah, it's going to be some problems. It's going to be some misunderstandings at the table. Ain't no reason for us to be trying to act like we want to fund anything going on with DHS. It's bad enough that my man just dropped that bombshell that it really don't even matter. So really, to be honest with you, they've been kind of misleading us into believing that they doing this stand-up thing where they finna stop and block DHS. We thinking that it's dealing with ICE, and it's not. Come to find out, ICE got bread stacked up on the dresser all day long. So this right here is the Luke Beasley show. I love watching him, and he's talking about Laura Bolt.
Congresswoman, are you among the members who got to see the unredacted files today?
Yes, I saw some of them, not all of them, obviously. I'll be going back tomorrow to see more.
Any reaction on what you've seen so far?
I think that there's folks who are definitely implicated and co-conspirators. And, I don't think everyone there that was talking about underage girls being trafficked are victims.
And do you support any clemency for Ghislaine Maxwell? She was saying that
I do not. I think Ghislaine Maxwell should get more time, and she should definitely be in a harsher prison than what she's in. It's absolutely disgusting.
Got it. Thank you, Congresswoman.
Now, see that right there. Why she couldn't be able to do that when she was standing up with Marjorie Taylor Greene, acting a damn nut and everything, talking nonsense, all these damn conspiracy theories. I can rock with that. And now...
The celestial odyssey drifts closer to the black hole. A void that seems alive, pulsing as if aware inside. The command center is silent. The crew works with tight jaws and shallow breath. The lights flicker intermittently, shadows stretching unnaturally along the walls.
This is it. Once we cross, there's no going back. Keep focused. Every system, every calculation must hold, or we die.
The readings. Captain Gravity isn't the only thing changing time itself. It's unstable.
Then we adapt. That's why we're here, to see what no one else has seen.
The ship shudders violently, alarms scream, but the sound feels hollow, distant for a heartbeat. The crew feels weightless, then crushed, then weightless again. Reality stretches, twisting their senses.
The shields are at full capacity. I feel it watching us. Something in the gravity. Watching.
Focus, that's all we have left, focus.
Then, suddenly, the darkness breaks. They emerge into a universe that defies understanding. Stars swirl like smoke, colors bleed into shadows, and distant celestial bodies pulse as if breathing.
This is wrong.
It's beautiful, but I feel eyes. Something is looking at us.
It doesn't want visitors, but it will have them anyway.
The ship lands on a planet with a heavy, metallic atmosphere. Pale forests stretch endlessly, trees with jagged limbs that seem to twitch when unobserved. Strange creatures flit in the corners of vision, impossible shapes like smoke with teeth.
Air is breathable, but the pressure, it feels alive, like the planet is testing us.
And the ruins, they're alive too. Something is left behind. We're still here.
Then we find it slowly, carefully, every step counts.
They enter a massive alien structure. Walls twisting like sinew, symbols crawl and shift when no one looks directly at them. A flickering hologram appears, distorted, whispering in 1,000 voices at once.
Travelers, you should not have come. The void watches, the void waits.
Nothing leaves unchanged.
It's not just a warning. It's a trap.
Then, proceed. Knowledge has a cost, and now we pay it.
Night falls, the sky pulses with impossible constellations. The shadows in the forest lengthen unnaturally, crawling closer to the crew's camp. Dreams come in fragments, shared, vivid, horrifying.
This universe, it's alive, it's hungry, and it remembers every visitor. We need to survive, and we need to understand. But one wrong step, one glance in the wrong direction, and we won't leave this place alive.
Beyond the camp, shapes move just beyond sight.
Whispers thread through the trees. The planet seems to pulse with the memory of civilizations that vanished in terror. The crew stares into the darkness, knowing they are being measured, watched, and judged.
Their experiment has become a descent. A journey not just through space, but into the heart of a universe that doesn't want them there.
and the void waits.
Why did the Epstein files show you coordinating a meeting and planning a visit with Jeffrey Epstein on his private island in December 2012?
Wait a minute. Wasn't that the time after
Thank you for
he
the
was
question.
convicted? I
I'm
thought
glad
my
to
man
be
said
here
that he
to
hadn't
make it
had any
clear
interaction with him
that
anymore.
I met
What's going on?
Epstein when I moved to a house next door to him in New York. Right? And I met him then. Over the next 14 years, I met him 2 other times that I can recall. 2 times. And that is none for 6 years. So 6 years later, I met him. And then a year and a half after that, I met him, and never again. Probably the total, and you've seen all of these documents, of these millions and millions of documents, there may be 10 emails connecting me with him. I did not have
But I want to say one thing to the American people.
relationship.
I want you to listen to me. I'm going to say this again. I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
Person. Okay? Probably about 10 emails connecting me.
These allegations are false, and I need to go back to work for the American people.
Secretary Lutnick, I think you understand the root of concern here. It's the way you described very emphatically
These allegations are
first
false,
encounter with
and I
him.
need to go back to work for
His
the American
apartment,
people.
said you were disgusted, you never have any contact with him again.
Hey, honey.
What? Woody Allen?
What's going on with Woody Allen and stuff?
Why is he?
Did you in fact make the visit to Jeffrey Epstein's private island?
I did have lunch with him as I was on a boat going across on a family vacation. My wife was with me, as were my 4 children and nannies. I had another couple they were there as well with their children, and we had lunch on the island. That is true, for an hour, and we left with all of my children, with my nannies and my wife, all together. We were on a family vacation. We were not apart. To suggest there was anything untoward about that in 2012, I don't recall why we did it, but I will never be in the room with that disgusting person ever again. So I was never in the room with him, socially, for business, or even philanthropy. That guy was there, I wasn't going, because he's gross.
But yesterday, while appearing before a Senate subcommittee, Lutnick acknowledged that he met with Epstein a handful of times after touring his home. That was 4 years after Epstein was convicted of soliciting prostitution from a minor.
My story, a one and absolutely done. I did have lunch with him as I was on a boat.
Terry, again, as I said, there's not an indication that you yourself engaged in any wrongdoing with Jeffrey Epstein. It's the fact that you believe that you misled the country and the Congress based on your earlier statements, suggesting that you'd cut off all contact when in fact you had not. When you visited the private island, did you see anything inappropriate during that visit?
The only thing I saw with my wife and my children and the other couple and their children was staff who worked for Mr. Epstein on that island.
And you realize that, this visit took place after he'd been convicted, right? I mean, you made a very big point of saying that you sensed that this was a bad person in 2005. And then, of course, in 2008, he was convicted of soliciting prostitution of a minor. And yet you went and had this trip and other interactions. Did you have a dinner in Epstein's New York City home in 2011?
No.
So the information that suggests that there was a dinner with Woody Allen and Woody Allen's spouse at the Epstein residence, there's nothing to that, is that right?
I actually don't know what you're referring to. There was, look, I looked through the millions of documents for my name, just like everybody else. And what I found was there was a document that says But I had a meeting with him on in May, I think, for an hour at 5 o'clock. Not dinner or otherwise, for an hour at 5 o'clock.
All right. There's also a reference to the fact that Epstein had expressed an interest in meeting your nanny. Do you know whether Jeffrey Epstein ever met with your nanny?
No, I saw that. I had no idea what that was about. It had nothing to do with me,
No
as far as
interaction
I
at all
know.
with him on that?
No, as far as I know, no.
Would you, Mr. Secretary, be willing to ensure that the file is complete to share with this committee and the Congress your own records, any records you have that relate to Jeffrey Epstein?
I will surely talk about that. I hadn't thought about that. I have nothing to hide. Absolutely nothing.
This fool right here, Howard Lutnick, he been sitting on his high horse all this time, sitting on damn stick up his motherfucking ass all this time, looking down on people, talking nonsense. You remember when he was actually talking about, he did an interview and he made the comment, this is when they were talking about the Social Security, being worried about whether that was going to be touched by Trump and his trumpets. But
Let's say Social Security didn't send out their checks this month. My mother-in-law, who's 94, she wouldn't call and complain. She just wouldn't. She'd think something got messed up, and she'll get it next month.
Yeah.
A fraudster always makes the loudest noise, screaming, yelling, and complaining.
Is no result. It's 800
Hey, it never fails. There's always something going on up at the store. So I'm getting ready to go to this car. I got 2 baskets. They too heavy for me to actually take them both at the same time. So, I tell Wendy I'll be back, to get the other basket and everything. So when I'm walking out, I'm looking across the street, both ways, and I look over. So I'm coming out the store, so I look over to the left, and I see somebody laying in the damn middle of the street.
Oh, God.
They laying down in the damn street in the parking lot where the cars drive. Yeah, not the parking section area where traffic come through. So I'm looking, I'm seeing people gathering and stuff. I see one of the Sacker guys, he kind of just standing over the person. I thought it was a guy, but it was a lady, which makes it even worse.
What happened?
So, I'm hearing people talking. I'm thinking that, the way the conversation is going, like she pulled up, somebody tried to take her car and ran over. So that's the story that I'm hearing at first and stuff. But then another lady come in and was starting to, cause I'm getting ready to leave. And then she started telling Wendy like,
Yeah, the lady, she pulled up and I guess she was here to pick somebody up and she got out the car and forgot to put it in park. Oh, God.
So the damn car run over. So they had to get, ambulance and fire department out there. And I don't know where it ran over and stuff, whether it ran over a whole body or something, but she wasn't moving or nothing like, she was just laying there and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Crazy.
So is she okay or no?
I didn't go like I told Wendy. I said, I wasn't really trying to go. I've seen enough death, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to see nobody. I'm just, just saying I don't want to see no one in a situation where they, hurting like that, you know what I'm saying? Until the damn people get there that can help them relieve some of this pain or something. I didn't walk up to it. I wasn't a part of the crowd that was gathering and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like y'all stand around, you know what I'm saying? Now motherfucker needs space to breathe. Y'all hovering all over. Yeah. And what was so crazy about it, I'm so suspicious of people, is what I mean. Security guy, as soon as I walk in, he say, hey, how you doing? We greet each other. He say, hey man, be careful in here today. Be on the lookout. It's a lot of people that try to come in here and, trying to play like they didn't slip and fail and shit.